I met Clara in college. She was the type of woman who walked into a room and immediately owned it. Confident, smart, and charming, she made you feel like the only person in the world when she talked to you. I was head over heels within weeks. By the time we graduated, I had proposed. The early years of our marriage were nothing short of amazing. We traveled, built careers, and dreamed about a future filled with love and laughter. I thought we were one of those rare couples that would actually make it. My friends envied what Clara and I had. Or at least, what I thought we had. It started with little changes. She became distant. Her phone was always on silent, and she'd spend hours texting someone but never shared who. She started working late more often, even on weekends. When I asked her about it, she'd laugh and say I was being paranoid. I tried to believe her. I didn't want to be that insecure husband who doubted his wife. But things kept piling up. Unexplained receipts, vague answers, and the sudden appearance of expensive gifts that I knew I hadn't bought. My gut told me something was wrong. One day, I followed her. I know how that sounds, but I needed to know. She said she had a team dinner after work. I parked down the block and waited. Sure enough, she wasn't alone. A man I didn't recognize walked out of the building with her, and they kissed right there on the sidewalk. My world shattered. I didn't confront her right away. Instead, I took pictures and quietly returned home. I needed time to think, to figure out what I wanted to do. I loved her, or at least the version of her I thought I knew. A week later, I confronted her. She didn't deny it. In fact, she said it had been going on for months, and that it just happened. She claimed she still loved me, but had developed feelings for the other guy. His name was Marcus. I moved out that same night. I couldn't look at her. The betrayal was too deep. She cried, begged me not to leave, but the damage was done. I filed for separation the next day. She didn't even fight it. 3 months passed. I tried to move on, focused on work, hit the gym, and spent time with friends. But one day, she called and said she needed to talk. Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet her. She looked different, tired, scared, and not like the Clara I remembered. She said she was pregnant. At first, I froze. Then she said the baby was likely Marcus's, not mine. I sat there in disbelief as she explained everything. Apparently, Marcus had broken things off after learning she was pregnant. He didn't want anything to do with her or the child. She had hoped I'd come back, that we could raise the baby together. That maybe we could start over. I told her no. I wasn't going to play daddy to another man's child, especially not after being betrayed. I made it very clear that I wanted nothing to do with her or the baby. She cried, said I was being cruel, but I felt like I was finally standing up for myself. Weeks later, I got a call from the hospital. Clara had given birth and listed me as the father. I was furious. I rushed there, demanded a paternity test before signing anything. The nurse tried to assure me it was standard, but I wasn't taking any chances. Sure enough, the results came back a week later. The baby wasn't mine. Not even a little. I felt angry, sad, and relieved all at once. It confirmed everything. I returned to the hospital to make sure my name wasn't on any documents. Clara was there. She looked exhausted but hopeful. I told her about the results, that I wouldn't sign the birth certificate. She begged me, said she didn't want the child to grow up without a father. I told her to find Marcus. She admitted she hadn't been able to reach him in months. He'd blocked her on everything. She was on her own and scared. For a moment, I felt a twinge of sympathy. But I reminded myself that she made this bed. Now she had to lie.